Hello everyone, I am Anurag, one of your TAs for Ideal Spring 26. Welcome to the bootcamp on Amazon Web Services. So first things first, please go to the sign up interface for AWS console. Put down your email and the account name, and click on verify email address, after which you would receive this email from AWS. Click on the link and set up your password. Once you're done with that, sign in using the same email and password, which would lead you to this homepage for AWS. So at some point in semester, you would receive notification on Piazza from someone from the Ideal team to fill out a form. Make sure you do that before the deadline to receive $150 in AWS credit. Now, so one of the first things that you need to do is to ensure that the region that you have selected is US East 1, which is North Virginia, the closest server to Pittsburgh. Then go to service quotas. As you might know, AWS is a cloud service provider where we can rent a lot of services. The service that we're interested in is EC2, which allows us to rent virtual computers with pre-configured CPU operating systems, but most importantly the GPU that we need to train our deep learning model. So let's view our quota. Let's look at the on-demand instances, specifically GNVT instance. Make sure that it is somewhere between 8 and 10. If that's not the case, click here and then click on this yellow button as well. Once you do that, you would receive an email from the AWS team saying that you have sent a request for quota increase for EC2 instances. A couple of hours after you receive this email, your request will be granted, and they would say that the quota increase request has been approved. Okay. Once that's done, let's just search for EC2. Go to the instances and then launch instance. Give the tag to your EC2 instance. I'm gonna call it my Andrew ID followed by the name of our course. Select the operating systems. In this case, I'm gonna pick Ubuntu. The AMI determines which distribution of Ubuntu you would get. We preferably want the one with PyTorch. Confirm the changes. Once that's done, pick G5.2x large as the instance type. So the instance types determine the number of CPUs and the memory that would be associated with your EC2 instance. This is good enough for us for this course because we'll have 8 vCPUs and 32 GBs of memory. Then create a key pair, call it your Andrew ID, I guess. Then create. It's gonna download the PEM key. Ensure that the inbound traffic from SSH, HTTPS, and HTTP are granted. Let's get 32 GBs of storage as it was mentioned in the instance type, and then let's just launch the instance. Okay, it has been successfully initiated. Let's go to the instances. Let's click here. click on connect, it would route you to SSH client panel with a bunch of instructions. The one that we're interested in is this one, and that helps us SSH into this EC2 instance. So now what we're supposed to do is ensure that we have the read permission for our PEM key. So our PEM key was called arl.pem, so I'm just going to do chmod 400. This would give me the read access for the owner, which I am in this case. Once we've done that, open VS Code. Make sure that you have the remote SSH extension. If you don't, once that's the case, do Command Shift P in Mac or Control Shift P in Windows. Then click on remote SSH, connect to host, add new SSH host. So here we're supposed to put this command, paste it, but we need the absolute path over here, which would be this specific directory followed by my file name. Just gonna add it here, then open the config. As you can see, our host has been added with Ubuntu as our operating systems. This is our PEM key. This is our EC2 instance. Let's change the display name to test. Right. After that, just click on here in this bottom left corner, open a remote window, connect to host, click on test. Once you do that, it's gonna set up the SSH host. Click on continue. Let's wait for a little bit. It's opening the remote SSH extension. Okay, we are here. Let's open our home directory for our EC2 instance. Okay. If you do ls, you would see all the folders and files within our EC2 instance. Now we do a simple test to see whether we have GPU access or not. I have a set of instructions here that you can also follow step by step. So the first thing to do is to update all the packages that are here. We're done. Then just install the packet manager pip. Sorry about this. And this library vn, which helps us to create a virtual environment within Python. We want to create a virtual environment for every project that we do, so that there are no dependency issues with our project in the global environment of your laptop or computer. Let's wait for a couple of more seconds. Okay. We're done. Now let's just create our virtual environment. Make a virtual environment. I'm gonna save it in this specific path, and the name of my virtual environment is PyTorch. Let's activate it as well. VNs PyTorch bin activate. Then let's just install PyTorch within our virtual environment. As it installs, let's create a small test file. And the code is provided over here. Let's just to see if the GPU is available or not. Still downloading some packages. Let's just okay. We are done with our torch installation. Let's see, our file is there. Now let's just test our code. And just like that, you saw true, which means that the GPU is available. You can also create a notebook and just run any other code for training. Yeah, once we are done with that, go back to your instance, look at the instance state and terminate it so that you don't have more costs incurring on your account. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.